Your heart for take Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be giving you some spooky season recommendations. So let's go right into it. Okay, so my first recommendation is Layla by Colleen Hoover. I read this at the beginning of the year. I gave it 5 stars. It was amazing. It was my first Colleen Hoover book ever. That tells you a lot. Because now Colleen Hoover is my favourite author. So this is about Leeds and Layla. Has very similar names. Basically, something happens to Layla, so she's in hospital. And then she has some, like, I don't know if it's like mental health issues. Yeah, because it's physically but emotionally and mentally scarring. So she's scarred from whatever happened. So Leeds wants to basically relive when they first met. They go to the bed and breakfast that they went to when they was beginning to date. And that's when everything goes wrong, basically. Because then Leeds meets Willow, I think her name was. Yeah, Willow. Now I'm going to leave it there because it's so interesting. With this whole book, I read this on my Kindle. I recently got the physical copy. I was laid there with my Kindle, and I was like, "What?" Like the whole time. So, yeah. Oh, New York Times best-selling author. That's right. So, I'm going to leave it at that description because you will be shocked about what happened. That's what I'm saying. And yeah. Okay, the next book I'm going to recommend is Verity by Colleen Hoover as well. I'm going to read the description to you because I just feel like the descriptions are a lot better to get the description from. So, Lauren Ashley is a struggling writer on the brink of financial ruin when she accepts the job offer of a lifetime. Jeremy Crawford, the husband of best-selling author Verity Crawford, has hired Lauren to complete the remaining books in a successful series his injured wife is unable to finish. Lauren arrives at the Crawford home ready to sort through years of Verity's notes and outlines, hoping to find enough material to get her started. What Lauren doesn't expect to uncover is the chaotic office is an unfinished autobiography Verity never intended for anyone to read. Page after page of bone-chilling admissions, including Verity's recollection of what really happened the day her daughter died. Lauren decides to keep the manuscript hidden from Jeremy, knowing its contents would devastate the already grieving father, but as Lauren's feelings for Jeremy begin to intensify, she recognises all the ways she could benefit if he were to read his wife's words. After all, no matter how devoted Jeremy is to his injured wife, a truth this horrifying would make it impossible for him to continue to love her. So yeah, I wanted to read that because it was like just the sound of it sounds so interesting. So yeah, that's that one. The next book I recommend is Sicko by Emma Jones. Now this one hasn't really got anything to do with like Halloween or like spooky or anything. It's just a dark romance, but I thought it'd be good for like October time because it is a dark romance and there is like criminal stuff, like, you know, all that dark stuff. I think there's murder in there as well. Yeah, there's like murder in there and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be good for Halloween anyway. This book is about Jade. She is the sister of Sicko, but they're not really siblings. Like Sicko's parents adopted Jade when she was younger, so they grew up as siblings. but they was very close. Sicko was very protective of Jade. The only problem is then one day, for no reason, Sicko leaves. Like, just goes without any explanation, nothing. And then years later, he decides to come back. And there is a romance between them. And yeah, so that's the book. That's all I'm going to leave it to, because I obviously don't want to spoil anything. But it's really good. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4.5 stars. So yeah, I really recommend if you want like a romance during spooky season. The next thing I recommend is actually a series, and that is the Dexter series, which is here. I recommend the whole series because it's about a guy called Dexter, and he goes around killing bad people. So, like, I thought it'd be really good for the spooky season because it's about killing. And yeah, I haven't read all these ones. The first book isn't there because I am currently reading it. But yeah, I thought it would be a good series if you wanted a series. Yeah. The next thing I recommend is A Final Girls by Riley Sager. I recommend this because it's dark, it's mysterious, it's a thriller, so I thought it'd be good. I'm going to read the back to you because it's a very short back. Let's see, First there were 3. The media calls them the Final Girls, the infamous group of survivors that no one wants to be part of. Then there were 2. But when Lisa dies in mysterious circumstances, Sam shows up unannounced and angry. Can there only ever be one? All Quincy knows is one thing. She is next. And yeah, I thought that sounded really good. I read it, and yeah, I really recommend this if you want a thriller for October, for the spooky season. The next thing I recommend is The Guilty Dead by PJ Tracy. I recommend this because you can probably tell from the title, it's about the dead. So this book is about Gregory. He shoots himself on the anniversary of his son's drug overdose. It was an open and shut suicide for detectives Gino and Magosi until a possible witness is found dead. And then while there was investigating, there was a double murder, so they was investigating it, asking questions, but those people don't like cops asking the questions. So it says here, families who pay good money to bury their worst secrets and who won't tolerate 2 stubborn cops digging them up. So yeah, this was good, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoy every book by the sounds of it. I've just noticed. I always say I really enjoy books. But yeah, it's good if you want something about investigating cops, murder. Yeah. The last and final thing I recommend for October, spooky season time, is these ghost stories. Now, I tried to read this last October, but I just wasn't really in the mood for ghost stories and stuff, which is weird. But last year I was really struggling to get in the Halloween spirit, so that probably didn't help. In this, there are different ghost stories in it. Classic ghost stories apparently. But yeah, these are the ghost stories that you get in there. The back sounds so interesting. It says, a door stands in the night, a footstep creaks on the stairs. Is it your imagination or something more sinister? And that just sounds so good. And yeah, I really recommend this if you fancy some ghostly things for October. Okay, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.
When somebody like you's in the building, place on fire, I'm so lit. You're just it, you're all I want. Kicking back for a minute, when I can't keep my cool, come get it. Let's turn into Turn lights out, play fight now. Oh, oh. You went and took it to the floor, to the chairs upstairs, to the bed, baby, give me some more. Cause you know my mind, stay by my side. I wanna ride, like ride or die, love you for life.